Yeah, I've been doing business with Matthias for quite a while.
Okay.
So I've been here many times.
Mm-hmm.
Want to start off with a question though, guys.
Yeah.
Is there a reason, or are you trying to piss me off for some reason? I'm very surprised that you guys have walked in 10 minutes late to a meeting where we have very serious issues and I need to hear some answers about what happened last night. And I'm taking your kind of lackadaisical approach to coming into a very important meeting with, I hope we're an important client. I'm going to take that as a sign of just ambivalence or perhaps apathy. Do you care about our business?
Sure, we care a lot about your business, and the reason we are coming late today is that we have been working very hard with the production management and also with Alberto, the salespeople, to define how to recover this issue. We bring here some sample of the document which has been printed yesterday, and we are here to find out a solution with you. There are several alternatives, one of them being to accept the situation with, of course, a sales aspect to be discussed together. Another one is as a show of the new management strategy to improve the service to the customer, will be to redo the set of which has been misprinted yesterday night. Yeah? So there is two ways.
So let's back up for a second before we get here. So you got my fax yesterday, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
What did you think about the fax?
There are clear points that we are ready to discuss with you. There is a positive sign inside, is that you ask us to invest in new equipment. So we believe there is a willingness on your side for long-term investment, and we are very happy about that because we come here with the same issue and the same strategy to build long-term relation with you. Before we enter the detail of these issues, I want first to introduce the team, because it is the first time we meet, and of course we can understand there have been past issues for which you are obviously not happy. First, why we bought this company? We bought this company because we are industrial people. Each of us accumulated, we have 40 years experience in this similar industry. So we are not here just to make a benefit on the company or to piss off the customer. We are here for a long time, industrial-minded people. We understand there are concerns in the past. We are here to solve them with you.
So let's get to some of these issues, and thank you for starting in on this. But right now we have a situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yes, when I look at the separate issues here, I'd love to talk about them. But I imagine you took from this that you have a client who has very serious concerns about this relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That client then gives you a very important one-day order with the BBC tie-in promotion, right?
Yeah.
You guys screw up the order. How do you go from getting a fax like this in the morning? Were you surprised to get an order from us? I mean, we have these concerns. I go to you, I give you guys this order, which is a show of faith and really kind of a proof that you guys are going to be serious about the relationship in the wake of my concerns. And then you screw up an order, and not only an order, but an extremely important one for which we can't, I mean, when we go to bookshelves, we don't have books. We don't have a way to make money.
So, shall we agree that there are two issues? One important issue is troubleshooting on the other. We can talk about that now if you wish. Yeah?
Yes.
Then there is a long-term relationship. Obviously, you are not ready so far to discuss about that, but we are. Troubleshooting orders. You have a sample here. Please.
Okay. So thank you. One of the reasons maybe we were a little bit late because of me. I'm just coming from the factory and I spent part of the night in the factory. And I've been called by the shift manager there to know what to do. We had a problem, and it was difficult to evaluate the extent of the problem, and we have decided at the middle of the night to continue to process the book. So this is the book. So you mentioned that the order has been screwed. I don't know if the word is proper. It is up to you to evaluate whether it is proper. So our proposal is the following. We have decided to continue the production, knowing that we had risks, and thinking to the appointment today at 9:40 instead of 9:30. And we have the two alternatives for you. Whether you have the books available, and this is how it looks like today. And you could. It's up to you to discuss with Alberto, our sales director, whether you could accept it and then the order is on time, it is even before schedule.
And we will offer a substantial discount.
This is none of my business. I have the production, it's already enough. Or you do need some corrective action. You need some improvement of the cover, which we could do. And I think I'm confident we could do it. We can do it within the next 24 hours. But then, in that respect, we would match what you were requesting regarding the quality, regarding the cover. But we will be one day late regarding the schedule.
Okay.
So this is our proposal, and we had to take this decision in the middle of the night, and we took the decision because while it was not, whatever the decision, there were some penalties for us.
Right.
But we took this decision with the perspective that we wanted to strengthen the relation with you. So now, okay, we have to establish a kind of partnership. So as Luis mentioned, we have the short term and we have the long term, and maybe we have to consider the way we are going to solve the problem on the short term. Should be an indication of what we could do on the long term. So now,
Understood. So this is a substandard book.
this is
what I call a substandard book, and we are not in the business of putting substandard books on bookshelves.
Okay.
I do want to stop and say, I think under the circumstances, you made the right decision. I am glad you printed. We need to make some decisions about what we do with this book, but I appreciate the fact that you were at the factory in the night, and that is what we expect. And so I thank you for that. I also understand the concessions that you're giving, but I want to go back to the root of the problem. So on a reactive basis, you did a good job. On a proactive basis, you guys did an awful job. I still am trying to get the connection, and you're new and I understand that, but how do you get from one of your largest customers an issue of concerns like this, and then screw up an order? Like, how does that happen? Like, what did you do, and are you serious about the relationship? Because I can't, I have to think, is Hodder going to be a publisher that puts out substandard books? And if we work with Mackay's, I now have a question of whether that's going to be the case or not in the future.
It's obvious that, and we all agree on that, there are quality issues that we have also started to investigate, and we are working on that very hardly. This is a priority of the company. So we came in with existing issues on the quality, and you are one of them to complain about that. We have worked on a detailed plan which we can share now with you about what we are doing in concrete action to recover that.
What did you do? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
What did you do between getting this fax and screwing up the order?
well, there was nothing we could do regarding the quality in between the reception of the fax and the order. There are two things. We have, as you mentioned, today you saw only a reactive phase, as you mentioned, and we have not been in place for such a long time that we have been able to implement what we want to achieve. For instance, regarding quality, you are very well aware that we have sometimes the company had problem regarding respect of planning. We had problems. This company had problem regarding the quality issue. So we want to implement an integrated ERP system, IT, to improve, in particular, to take into consideration, to aggregate the forecast into the production schedule, so that we will be very sure we are aiming the zero default in terms of planning, that we will not miss any schedule. Second, as regards, and we will set up key performance indicator on that, and we would be glad to share what could be this key performance indicator with you. Second, as regards quality control and quality default as this one. When we came into this plant, we noticed that there were no panel of defaults. That means that if we have a problem, so everybody has to call the plant director or the production director. And what we want to establish, based on our experience of the industry, is with our main customers, and you are one of our main customers, to establish a panel of the accepted default or non-accepted default, to know whether we can proceed or whether we have to stop a production. And to establish this indicator, we need partnership.